Keyshawn, is Baker holding the Browns back?
No. He said, here's what I would say. Did they not win? Yes, they won, Molly, right? They're 3-1 on the season. What's the big gripe? He didn't perform at a high level. They beat the Minnesota Vikings, by the way, which is a solid football team, although their W's are not piling up the way that they would hope or envision, but they're a good football team. And I think Baker Mayfield, there's a lot with Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield is a little bit polarizing. His style doesn't fit well with everybody. Some people want to sort of kind of see so they could say, oh, see, I told you it's Baker Mayfield, but not at all. I think the Browns are exactly where they're supposed to be. Stephen A. and Molly, you've seen professional athletes in their careers have bad games, and you've seen them bounce back. And I think he will have a bounce-back game next time he steps on the field. I'm not worried about a bad game against Minnesota on the road. Kevin Stefanski going back to where he got his big start in Minnesota. I'm not worried about it. It doesn't bother me at all whatsoever.
Well, you should be worried, and you should be bothered. And I'll tell you something else, and I'll tell you exactly why. Yes, they're 3-1. Yes, he threw for over 300 yards his first game in the loss against Kansas City on opening day for the Browns. But the last 3 weeks against Houston, against Chicago, and now against Minnesota, he's thrown for 213, 246, and 55 yards. And oh, by the way, the last 2 weeks, he's completed 61% of his passes. And last week, he completed 45% of his passes, which is not impressive at all. They've got the #1 running attack in football with Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt. But again, their passing is suspect. It's a question mark. Everybody knows it when you look at the Cleveland Browns. And the fact that Jeff Saturday pointed out how he's got an offensive line that is stout, that it makes it even more glaring that you don't see a level of better production from Baker Mayfield. I mean, what the hell else do you need? You got Odell Beckham Jr. returning, okay? You've got some weapons on the field with you. You've got a stout running attack. You've got elite blockers. What the hell do you need now? A pacifier and a bib? If you're the quarterback for an NFL team, these are the components that you want available to you in order to be effective. By the way, Keyshawn, last but not least, I would also remind you that you yourself have had an issue. And you know what that issue was for you? You don't particularly like short quarterbacks. As you said, you want to see the ball coming. You want to see the ball where the ball's coming from. You don't want a guy behind center that can hide behind offensive linemen and you don't even see him because you don't see where the ball is coming. Could that potentially be an issue moving forward? I don't know,
because
Keyshawn.
Because they don't just use him in the pocket. They put him on the perimeter. He does naked bootlegs. He does bootlegs. He does rollouts. He does half rolls. Kevin Stefanski knows what to do with Baker Mayfield. That's why we saw a year ago, second half of the season minus OBJ, he took off. And I expect for him to do the same thing. Mind you, Stephen A., he's been without Landry. Okay, Landry's not been in the lineup. Now he gets OBJ back, and it starts to look like he has some chemistry with OBJ. They missed the mark 1 week. Statistical numbers is not everything. The W column is what matters most. And as long as he's doing that, that's all that matters.
No,
I don't
Keyshawn,
get it.
No, let me help you out. Hold on, let me help you out. Let me help you out since you swear you ain't a member of the media. Let me help you out.
He's been in the media for like 20 years.
I know, but he want to act like he ain't a member. Okay, so let me help you out, Keyshawn. The Browns are a good football team. We're not having a conversation because there's some scrub team that's a joke or they've lost 19 straight by the Jacksonville Jaguars. We're having a conversation about the Browns because obviously there's only 17 games in the season now.
But how is he holding them back, though? They're 3-1.
So we're looking at because what we're doing is we're projecting if you play the way that you're playing right now, what is your team going to accomplish? There's nothing wrong with that conversation.
And there's nothing wrong with it, but I don't anticipate he's going to play like this every single week. Tom Brady held up 5 fingers in Chicago. What did he hold up at the end of the damn year, Stephen, Mr. A? What did he hold up?
The Super Bowl
that's
title.
That's all I'm saying.
So we talk about Tom Brady now. We gonna use him as an example.
Yeah, I'm going to use him as an example of having a bad game. Right. That's all. I'm just using an example as a bad game.
But I'm not talking about
We
a bad
know
game.
Tom Brady and Baker Mayfield ain't in the same planet.
I'm not talking about. Okay, I'm not talking about a bad game.
But this conversation is only coming up because of a bad game.
I'm talking about a quarterback that's relatively pedestrian in my mind, as opposed to being the difference maker. And I think you need to be a difference maker in order to win the chip. What's wrong with that?
No, you don't.
I think so. In this day and age, I think so. In this day and age, I think so.
No, you don't. No, you do not. Have you seen the statistics of the Super Bowl? And I know you have. I don't even know why I said that because it's like a rhetorical question. But look at the numbers of the Super Bowl winning champion quarterbacks over the last couple of years. Just look at the numbers in those Super Bowls.
I will.
If that wasn't pedestrian.
I will.
Yeah,
and
I bet you will.
Into your show. I will. Don't flex on me.
You in LA.
Look it up.
I'll call you in LA. Don't
you do this?
Time for me to get lunch. Goodbye.